Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Shenanigans Comedy Theater presents Clash of the Comics Quarantine Edition. This is our live online comedy competition. You are in for a treat tonight. Not only is it a great lineup, but this is the last of the regular rounds before our finale show on Thursday. So whoever wins tonight will get that spot. Before we get into the competition, I do want to let you know that tonight's show is rated R. Content will include crude language, adult themes, and drug references. This is intended for mature audiences only, so please dismiss yourself if you're not down. Please note that the views and opinions expressed in this broadcast do not reflect or represent those of Shenanigans Comedy Theater. Quick note about Shenanigans Comedy Theater. We are a brick-and-mortar 501c3 nonprofit organization comedy theater in Huntsville, Alabama. And as you can imagine, this lovely coronavirus we got kicking around here has robbed us of any opportunity to have shows and performances. Therefore, we have no income. So, if you got $1, $2, $3, $5, more than that, we sure would appreciate your support. That card on the screen right now shows you the different ways that you can support us. The same information can be found in the description of the video. So, tonight's winner is going to get $25. But they also earn a spot, like I said, to come back on Thursday, and whoever wins on Thursday night gets $100 and bragging rights as being the champion funny person of this entire shindig that we got going on here. But here's where you come in, audience. Get ready to be judgmental AF because your vote determines the winner tonight. Hey everybody, my name is Kimberly Wilson. I'm your host and MC for the night, and happy to be here amid all of this madness. But I'm not going to hold you up much longer. We're going to get this contest started, and we're going to start with Miss Teresa Campbell. Hey, Teresa, how's it going?
Hey.
So Teresa comes to us from Madison, Alabama. And Teresa, do you have any questions, concerns before we start your time?
Nope, I'm good to go.
All right, Teresa, your 5 minutes start now.
Okay. Thanks for having me because I needed a reason to get dressed for the first time in 2 weeks. So I'm glad for that, if nothing else. I had some choices before I decided to do this because I'm 55 and I needed to kind of spice things up a little bit. So I looked into skydiving and scuba diving, pottery, and heroin use. But it seemed like comedy was the perfect choice, and I'm saving heroin to my 80s because that's going to be necessary at that point, I feel. I scared my mom recently really bad once this all started. I'm working in a city out of town, or I was, and the cop pulled me over and said, hey, you need to go home because you need to be home by 5 o'clock. And I was like, okay, because this was 7 o'clock. I didn't know what was going on. So I head on home, and I call my mom, and I said, Mom, is they doing this there? But I got to hurry up and get home, I guess, every night, because if I'm not home by 5 o'clock, I could get pulled over again. And I scared the shit out of her because I didn't call it a curfew. I called it a purge. So she wanted to know, where the fuck are you working? But anyway, I finally corrected myself. I've said it twice since then. Hey, we have a 5 o'clock purge, and everybody wants to run for them. But and I found out today too that a facility, or maybe it was somebody in Louisiana, set off the purge sirens actually to clear the streets. I would have paid tickets or bought tickets to see that. Scaring the shit everybody off the streets in New Orleans would have been sweet. I would have loved it. So I'm obviously at home now because I rarely put on clothes. I was essential until I wasn't essential. And the bad thing about my job is when I'm not essential, that means boobs are not essential. And I think there's some people out there that would disagree as to whether or not breasts are essential. But I came home, and it's cool because I get to sit on my can for a while, do things like this, which I enjoy. It's really good for me. But I basically went from happily employed to hobo in 7 weeks at my new job. So, and I need a purpose. I don't do idle hands stuff. I have to have a purpose, and I get really agitated and anxious when I don't have one. For instance, I went to the grocery store. I, donned my mask and went in the grocery store, and one of the first things I noticed And I wasn't even shopping for toilet paper, but the toilet paper was completely depleted. I do not understand this. Okay, I am not a math person, but there's got to be some sort of mathematical equation. I mean, are we pooping more? Are we pooping in different places? Did you used to poop at work, but now you poop at home? But I know that can't be the case because I don't know that many public poopers. So if one of you geniuses out there can come up with some sort of poo chart, DM me so I can calm down because it's really getting under my skin. And another thing that's getting under my skin with this whole thing is people are complaining that being home in quarantine is like being in prison. I personally like it because I like to be alone most of the time. But how many of you are out there shivving each other? I mean, are you making homemade shanks? I mean, Jesus Christ, how bad has it gotten out there? Am I really that protected that I don't know? Now, if you get to the point where you're going to start making hooch in your toilet, you can give me a call at that. But I really don't call it prison. To me, it's fucking solitude. Loving it. I do, though, kind of lay awake at night and think about really stupid things, worry about things that I don't need to worry about. For instance, I had this experience with a man several years ago, and at the end of it, he said, wow, I got to tell you, that's one of the top 3 I've ever had. And I thought, ooh, top 3? Shit. Of how many? Top 3 of 3 is not a fucking compliment. Top 3 of 75. Yeah, I'm going to rock that. I'm going to be telling everybody. Top 3 of 3? Mm-mm. And the more I think about him, the more I'm pretty friggin' certain I was 1, 2, or 3 of 3. Oh, God. Mom, and I am sorry. I did not sleep with him because I laid all awake the whole entire night thinking about that shit right there. I didn't sleep a wink, and neither did he. Anyway, that's my time, guys. Thank you, everybody.
All right, Teresa Campbell, everybody. Thank you, Teresa.
You're welcome.
Just to make sure the viewing audience is aware, each comic gets 5 minutes. If they are still talking at 5 minutes and 15 seconds, I will interrupt them, so don't think I'm just being a jerk. It's a contest, so we're trying to keep it fair. But Teresa didn't get to that point. All right, now we're going to go to Scott Eason. How's it going, Scott?
Good. How is everyone?
Good. Is that your man cave there? I see all your sports gear.
It's the only place in my house where I'm allowed to have things. It's not a man cave, it's my troll cave. This is where I do all my trolling.
Do you have any questions or anything before we get started?
No, just if I don't win, that it's clearly racism. That's
all right. Right on.
I wanted to say that.
All right. Well, your 5 minutes start now.
Okay. All right. If you're watching and you know me, I had a beard. I had a beard for over 10 years, and I shaved it off, and I realized when I shaved it off why I had a beard, and that's because I hate my fucking face. Turns out it's not very popular in my house either. It's not very popular here. I did find out after 10 years, though, I have a spare chin if anybody needs one. I do have an extra. More than happy to give it to you. I don't know about y'all. I'm quarantining with my family, which is my wife, myself, and 3 children. I have my 10-year-old daughter, and I have my 4-year-old twins. Yeah, it's as bad as it sounds. It's not great. Twins are tough, man. I remember when we were pregnant with the twins, and notice I say we because I did a lot. I did a lot in that situation. It was definitely me carrying most of the load. Everyone said the same thing, the same cliche. We heard it all the time, and that cliche is God will never give you more than you can handle. You ever heard that before? God will never give you more than you can handle. Yeah, well, I figured out that he'll just give you what you can't afford, is what I found out. Turns out God's not good with numbers. Not much of a budgeter, that guy. It's been hard. Yeah, my one of my twins, my 4-year-old son, I have boy-girl twins. The boy during quarantine, he's discovered showers. He wants to shower all the time, and I'm, that's fine. But he wants to shower with us, which is problematic. I don't want to shower with my 4-year-old son. And my wife just is like, quit being an asshole. Just shower with your son. And I'm like, fine. And I don't want to shower with him. I mean, he's dick high. Do you know what I mean? At 4, you're dick high. That's how tall you are. And it's, oh, God. And, of course, I'm like, fine, I'll shower with him. And we get in the shower. And the first thing out of his mouth, he goes, Daddy, you have a dirty penis. And I'm like, who you been talking to? What are you talking about? And, of course, my worst fear comes true. I lose track of him in the shower, and I turn around and I hit him in the head with my penis, which made my 4-year-old son go, Daddy, don't hit me with your penis, which is not something a lot of parents get to hear. You don't get to hear that a lot as a parent. I mean, my kids are good looking, but they're not hot. You know what I mean? They're not hot. I never thought I'd have to worry about that. But yeah, kids are. Oh man, this is true. I'm just gonna tell you a true story. I was talking to my best friend the other day as an 11-year-old boy, and he told me that he caught his 11-year-old son on Pornhub, and that's not that crazy. 11 might seem a little young, but it's not insane. I mean, especially these crazy times. And, that's not the worrisome part. The worrisome part was what his 11-year-old son was searching for on Pornhub. And what his 11-year-old boy searched for was 11-year-old pussy. And we all know you can't do that. That's not okay. Good for the little boy for, sticking in his league. I mean, bravo to him. But, you don't have to be the dad that's like, why don't we shoot for barely legal instead of daddy goes to prison? Because that's what's going to happen. It's when the feds come, and they're fucking coming. Like if you search 11-year-old pussy, you're on a list. All right, you're on a list, and they're coming. And when they get there, they're not going to believe you when you're like, it was my kid. They're going to be like, yeah, sure it was. Get in that cell with Jared. Hope you like footlongs, bitch. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's not good. Which that just made me think, what if you could only watch porn of your age group? What if you could only watch porn for how old you are? Like, when would you quit? When are you calling it? Do you know what I mean? I don't think there's anything sadder than watching two 58-year-old apathetic people fuck. Do you know what I mean? I don't think there's anything. I'm 41. I'm calling it at 42. I'm good. I was jerking off before I had the internet. I'm all saved up. I got everything I need. I don't need anything else. I'm good. Anybody, y'all fucking in the quarantine? Anybody fucking? Anybody? Anybody out there fucking? Yeah, I am. Haha. I'm married, so yeah, it's like I have home field advantage, but it's fine. It's fine. Man, I'm just going to tell you a very embarrassing story. Something's happened during quarantine. Who likes pets in the bedroom? I don't mean fucking them. That's not what I mean. I mean, like, is anybody okay with your pet being in the bedroom when you have sex? Is anybody okay with that? Yeah, my wife and I, we're not. We have one dog. His name's Lucky. He's an 18-pound rat terrier. And we don't want him in there. We just don't want him in there. And to my surprise, one night in the middle of all the fun, guess what? He stuck his nose right into my butthole. And that's not the worrisome part. The worrisome part was I came immediately. I came right there.
All right, Scott, that's your time. Thank you.
All right.
We have to cut you off with you coming after your dog stuck his nose in your ass.
There's more to that story, but that's okay. I respect the time limit. You know what? Good way. That's the impression I want to leave, though. I come when my dog touches my butt.
Oh, that's unfortunate and hilarious at the same time. Thank you, Scott Easton, everybody.
Thank you. Yay.
All right, next, I'm super excited to hear the comedy of this guy because I certainly haven't before. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Leon Bukowski from Penang, Malaysia. How's it going, Leon?
All good, all good. Yeah, we're in lockdown here as well. Lovely, beautiful tropical Penang.
All right. Do you have any questions or concerns before I start your time?
No, I'm happy, ready to go.
All right, well, your time starts now.
Excellent. So I'm Leon Bukowski. So I worked all over the world. When I was in school, my careers advisor gave me some advice, which is very useful. I mean, you might know it. She said, life is like a box of chocolates. And I said, I know this from Forrest Gump, like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. And she said, no. Life is like a box of chocolates. No one likes the ginger ones.
Oh!
Which is weird. She was a redhead. So I said, people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. She said, people in stone houses shouldn't throw glass. What's your point? She said, people in glass houses shouldn't throw orgies. Two weirdest places I've worked. Saudi Arabia and Jerusalem. There's only two reasons people go to Saudi Arabia. That's Islam or is skint. And I'm not a Muslim. In Saudi Arabia, they have this, and this is true. So if you ever go, you'll find this is a real true thing. They have Muslim roads. So only Muslims are allowed to drive on the road. It's a Muslim road. And I always wondered, how does the road know that you're not a Muslim? It's hard to tell if a driver of a car is not a Muslim. It's they're singing a hymn, drinking a beer, and licking a pig. Instead of speed cameras, they've got unbeliever cameras. Anyway, I was working in this really posh grammar school in Saudi Arabia, and I had this boss, and you know you get a boss, and you know you... So I couldn't get on with him. He was the head of security, he was in charge of fire drills, and so the idea was when the bell rings, everyone's supposed to get out the building. That means it's a fire. If it rings 3 times, that means it's a terrorist attack. It means hide in your classroom, lock the doors, because a terrorist armed with an AK-47 and explosives was inside the school compound killing people. And what worried me really was the terrorist drill was so specific. Less a drill, more a dress rehearsal. But what got me is they used the same bell for both drills. Same bell for fire, 1 time, terrorism, 3 times. Okay? So I told the head of security, we need 2 different bells. The same bell means get out and get in. He said, it's fine as long as you can count. He says, can you count? I said, yeah, well, I know 1 moron plus 1 plus power equals 1 asshole. So one day, the terrorist alarm goes off. I don't know if it's a real or a drill, so I lock the door. Kids hide under the desks with their feet sticking out. Suddenly I hear someone knocking on the door. Okay, they try the handle, they go knock, knock, knock. I don't know if it's a drill, I don't know if it's real, it could be a terrorist. So I shout, who is it? And they went, it's a terrorist, here to kill you. I opened the door, it was the head of security. He said, what kind of idiot opens the door, answers the political terrorist, a potential terrorist, and opens the door? I said, what kind of terrorist knocks? He said, keeping the door locked keeps you safe. I said, safe from a terrorist and with an AK-47 and Semtex. What do you think this door is made out of? Magic? What do you think's happened? A fanatic, fully armed terrorist, been training camp in Pakistan for 3 months, sneaks into the country, comes to the compound, kills the armed guards outside, climbs over the 8-foot wall, through the barbed wire fence, gets up to this flimsy plywood classroom door, tries the handle, goes, fuck it, it's locked, and leaves. Ahmed, they've locked the door. I know, we didn't plan it either, we'll just have to leave. We'll come back next week. I said to him, listen, I've seen stronger doors than this on tents. He said, you can lean on the door and stop them getting in. I said, what do you think this is, Game of Thrones? Do I look like Hodor? Start leaning on the door and go, hold the door, hold the door, hold the door, hold the door. One of the kids, the class clown, jumps up from under the table, sits on a chair, pretends it's a wheelchair. I said, get back into that desk. So I said, where are we getting our security advice from? It says the King's Landing. So what's your assistant called? The hand of the twat. Anyway, he said, listen, you can hide. He said, you can hide. I said, hide? The door's got a glass window in it. So what does the terrorist think? What does the politest terrorist in the world think when he looks through the window? Look, there's a table with feet and real legs. Anyway, didn't get my bonus that yet. Last thing I'm going to say is, so in Jerusalem, it's just as crazy. Okay, and this again, all these things are true. So, you go to Jerusalem, all the animals mentioned in the Bible. Okay, and this is true. Before you think they don't have 2 of everything, but they have all stories from the Bible that they put in this zoo. So they've got a cage with a lion and a lamb from the Bible, where it says the lion will lay down with the lamb, showing the power of God of the natural world. So I went to the zoo. I had to go and see it. I had to go and see this. As a lion and lamb in the same cage, just sitting peacefully. So the zookeeper came along and I said, that's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. I said, how is this possible? He said, well, anything's possible if you believe in the Lord. Each night we join hands, we pray to God, show us his mercy. It was this example of peaceful coexistence here in Jerusalem, the most holy places on earth. And I said, every morning, Lord, we come down, we open the cage, and we put in a new lamb. Right, that's it from me, guys. Thanks very much. Stay safe.
Thank you, Leon Bukowski, everybody. Thanks, Leon. All right, folks, we have one more comic in round one coming to us all the way from Florence, Alabama. Zach Hedrick. How's it going, Zach?
Good. How are you?
Doing good as well, thank you. Did you have any questions, comments, or concerns before we start you?
None.
All right, well, your 5 minutes start now, sir.
All right. Well, I hope everybody's doing good. It's been a crazy couple of weeks, you know. Honestly, the whole time, it's felt like I've been just on this crazy acid trip the whole time, which is weird, you know, because I've only been on acid for part of the time. Crazy time. It's really crazy for kids, you know. It's scary. Like when I was younger, it was step on a crack, you'll break your mother's back. Now it's if you touch the wrong door handle, you'll kill your grandparents. One thing I've learned from this coronavirus is just like how selfish people are. Like everybody wants to go out just to get a fucking haircut, you know? But I think people have always been this selfish. Like I think if we went back in time and told somebody how to prevent September 11th from happening, they'd say, next Tuesday, dude, I've got fucking free tickets that day. Like, we're only going to kill 2,000 people. Like more people die from the flu. But, yeah, it's crazy time. The world is just in a crazy place. I read an article that said that the bear population has quadrupled. I mean, that's a lot. Like, dude, fuck the coronavirus. We need to start worrying about bears. I've got a 2% chance of dying from the coronavirus. I've got a 2% chance of living if some fucking bears come after me. It's crazy world, man. Like also the leader of North Korea, is brain dead now, which fucking sucks, you know, because like now he has a good chance of being the leader of our country. They're gonna hate that one, but you got to give it a Trump, you know. Like so far, Trump has got his supporters that hate Robert De Niro, Eminem, and Oprah Winfrey. Like, I wish he would just lash out against dumb rednecks, and maybe they would just hate themselves. You know? There goes half my votes right there. But, like, it's weird. I hate dumb rednecks, but at the same time, like, I am a dumb redneck. You know? Like, I'm like the Clayton Bigsby of dumb rednecks. But yeah, so like since this shit's been going on, you see all kind of Facebook challenges. Always hated Facebook challenges. The Facebook challenge that I've always hated the most is the hot dogs or legs challenge. And if you don't know what that is, it's where they take a picture and you have to differentiate between the two. So like the whole time I'm scrolling through Facebook, I see these beautiful set of legs. And it turns out that I've just been jerking off to a bunch of hot dogs. I've been trying to date since this shit's been going on. Like I met a girl the other day, and she told me to send her a picture of my dog, and I thought she said a picture of my dong. Super awful. Super awkward. Well, I haven't been back to that vet since, you know. Tried using Tinder. I met a girl on Tinder. She said that she was a medium and that she could talk to like spirits, you know. So after we hooked up, I ghosted her. She wasn't a medium. Like she was like a 2X, you know. She was. But, yeah, also, I did meet a girl. She taught me into becoming a furry. I've recently become a furry. Yeah. So, and I got a new suit, but she didn't like it. You know, she said, I'd never peg you as a panda, which is bullshit, you know? Because she didn't have any problem pegging me whenever I was a giraffe. Yeah, everybody has their own thing. Like, don't judge. Everybody has their own thing. I talked to this one guy the other day, my neighbor. He's in some fucking really weird stuff. He told me that all of the porn on his computer is disabled. Ugh. I prefer anal. Like, that's just me. But anyways, that's my time, guys. Thank you very much.
Zach Hedrick, everybody. Thank you, Zach. All right, beautiful viewing audience, it is your time. All right, so if you will notice on this lovely voting slide, you will see that there's a QR reader. Obviously, that won't work if you are voting on the same device that you're watching on. But that's why there is a URL underneath that beautiful QR code. But the links to the voting have also been put in the comments of the video. It's in the description of the video. And hopefully the comics also sent them out to you, your lovely supporters. So, you're going to have 5 minutes to vote, and that time starts now. Guess what, guys? We're back. That's right, live stand-up comedy from the comfort of your car. It's like a drive-in movie. You park your car in a space facing the stage. You tune your car stereo in to 95.7 to hear us loud and clear. In accordance with the governor's guidelines, please do not leave your vehicle. Showtimes are at 8 and 9:30 p.m. and run for about 45 minutes. The cost is only $20 per carload. Spaces are limited. Get yours at shenaniganshsv.square.site. Please bring your own refreshments and use the bathroom before you get here. This weekend features some fantastic local comics. Brent Reed, Carl Paul, Boudreaux, Sam Murphy, and is hosted by me, Kimberly Wilson. This is an outdoor event. However, as long as it's not storming, the show will go on. If weather is questionable, please check our Facebook page for updates. We hope to see you soon. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our live show. The voting has concluded. We do have a winner in a very tight contest. Let me get off of this and go back to me, so you have to look at my face. All right, comics that are on hold, help me out here. I need everybody to do a drum roll. And the winner of round one is Zach Hedrick, everybody.
Hey.
So, Zach, we'll be calling you back, Zach, at the end of this round, adding him to a call. You'll see him again for the finals after we hear from the next four amazing comics and we pick a winner from those folks. Speaking of, let's go to the first one, and y'all give me just a second to make sure I have the right person on the line. That's not Randall, that's Kev. And there we go. Hey Randall, how's it going?
Fantastic, how are you?
I'm great, thanks. Did you have any questions or concerns before I start your time?
You said this show was rated R, right?
Correct.
I have yet to see any partial nudity or a full frontal since you started this.
Sorry to disappoint. I'm fine if we keep it that way.
It's my only concern.
All right. Well, in that case, Randall, your 5 minutes start now.
All right. Hey, guys. My name is Randall. I'm from Florence, Alabama, as you heard. I recently just started working at a co-op, which is like a very large county general store. You know, one half is 1988 Winn-Dixie, grocery store, and the other half is like a 1988 hardware store. It's funny because it's out a little ways enough. People come in, good old boys, county folk, and it's owned by these two Vietnamese folks, and they're the sweetest people I know. They speak very broken English, but they're very to the point. I started working there recently, and I was stocking stuff, and I realized that they sell like a large assortment of Trump 2020 hats, which I thought was very confusing. And when the lady saw me staring at it, she was like, you like? I was like, no, I don't support that. And she goes, really? And so I realized that this woman not only is an immigrant to America and sells Chinese knockoff Trump hats to these people out in the county, but also hired me thinking I was probably a racist. So that was a charm. I have an ex-girlfriend who used to drink kombucha. If you don't know what that is, it's a lightly alcoholic, highly effervescent black or green tea drink. And she used to drink it way too much. It's got live back like probiotics and stuff in it. And I used to tell her, man, you don't need to do that. It has adverse side effects, And then she started getting urinary tract infections. But I really didn't care at the time because I was cheating on her a bunch, so it didn't really matter, You guys know what vajazzling is?
Yes.
So vajazzling is it's a trend that died out in 2005, I thought, until recently. A lady asked me, hey, do you want to see something? I was like, yeah. She pulled down her pants and she showed me her pubic region, her vaginal region, and it was beautifully rhinestone. Great. It was like flowers. It was beautiful. But the only thing I could think of, it was not as sexy as I wanted it to be, because all that came to mind was cubic zirconium. So I don't know how you started your 2020, your new year, but I started mine with 9 new facial scars. gashed across my face. 4 up here, a few on my nose, down under here, and then on my chin. And a lot of people ask me, what happened? Like, what the fuck? Because, for about a month, I looked like ground beef, And it was a cougar-related incident, with all this Tiger King stuff going on, sex cult, It was a cougar-related incident, actually, but I don't blame that gorgeous creature for what occurred, I blame myself for not realizing she had a husband. Yeah, so hold on one second. I'm trying to pull up something. Sorry, guys. So I heard recently. I don't know if you guys know what shoes on a telephone wire means, like on a telephone cable. I've never understood it. I've seen it a lot. I was raised in the east side of Florence. It's kind of scummy sometimes. And I realized one of my friends recently told me that it was where drug dealers lived. That was supposed to show you that there was a big drug dealer in the air. And I don't know if I believe that. But the thing is the guys who took my shoes could have just asked, I need a new weed connect anyway. But yeah, hold on, guys. Sorry. Yeah, I think that's all I got for the first round, guys. My name is Randall. Thank you very much.
All right, Randall Nichols, everybody. Good job, Randall. And next up, we're going to go to Kevy Kev. That's clearly not him, so let me get him pulled up. Hey, Kevy Kev, how's it going?
Hey, how you doing? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Kevin's
I got my little black cowboy hat on. I'm Reggie Hammond from 48 Hours.
All right, then. Did you have any questions or concerns before your time starts?
Oh, no, I just want to shout this show to my grandfather. He just passed away. He was a soldier, 94 years old. Wow. And, he was in the Western, so that's why I got my little black hat on. So.
Right on. All right, Kevy Kev, your 5 minutes start now.
All right. First of all, I want to give a shout out to all the families that lost people from the COVID. Because, it got people going crazy these days. When you walk in the gas station, or a restaurant, you got to have your mask on completely. You can't forget your mask. Because if you forget your mask, they're going to treat you like you got the goddamn COVID. One time I forgot my mask. It was in the truck. I normally keep my mask, but I forgot it in the truck. So I go in the store. The store clerk was like, hey, sir, you got to go get your mask. But she put a damn cross like this, like I was a fucking vampire. Bitch, you treat me like I'm Wesley Snipes and Blade, bitch. My mask is in the truck. I get it. Let me go get my mask. God damn, the way she was treating me like I had the coronavirus in my back fucking pocket, just walking in the store. God damn, my mask is in the truck. I had a coronavirus spot girlfriend that just walked in and started booty shaking, booty shaking, and the coronavirus just coming out of her butt, spreading on everybody. Like coronavirus booty juice just spreading out. And I'm standing in the back to my, yeah, baby, go ahead, shake that ass, baby, go ahead, shake that ass. Yeah, spread the coronavirus all on everybody. Go ahead, baby. Yeah, arch your back, though, arch your back. Goddamn, bitch, my mask is in the truck. I'll get it. Jesus Christ. They treat you like you already got it. You gotta, as soon as you walk in, don't forget your mask. Walk right in the store like you a damn bank robber. And get your mask before they think you got it. I'm just praying that every day that this thing goes away, we can get back to our normal lives,
Right.
This quarantine got people going, single ladies and single guys, this quarantine got them turning into fucking freak zombies. Sex freak zombies. If you're a couple and y'all live in the same house, y'all good, when all you gotta do is come home, if you a dude, you coming home to that pussy, if you a girl, you coming home to that dick, you got your mask on, driving from work like you got Miss Daisy in the back. I'm gonna get to this dick. And vice versa. But the single people, like the single mom, the single guys and the single girls, oh my gosh. A single lady quarantined for like 3 weeks? Oh my God, the mailman to get some head, won't he? He'll get a blowjob, won't he? He ain't even got to ring the doorbell. All he got to do is open the screen and she'll be right at the front door. Oh, give me my mail. Now pull your dick out. No homo. Pull your dick out. Pull your dick out. Give me your dick. Oh my God, please. There's a crisis going on. Give me your dick, please. Goddamn mailman, he can't do shit. He just put the dick in her mouth. Oh, go ahead. Oh God. Oh God. Crazy, man. Turning into sex zombies. I mean, this quarantine, when you ain't got nobody to hold on to, this quarantine got you crazy, especially the fellas. You know what I mean? I'm one of them. Shit. You know what I mean? You know, my girl's 20 minutes away. Sometimes I don't go to her house and fuck her every day. You know, sometimes I'm at my house with a bottle of Gold Bond and a porn hub on my phone. Like, just smacking off. Just smacking off. You know, hey. I don't feel like going nowhere. I ain't got no gas in my car to be going to my girl. She's 20 minutes away. I'm just going to smack off right here. You know what I mean? So my fingers are starting to look like E.T. fingers, like extraterrestrial fingers from smacking off. So, you know, I'm one of them. So, but I know them cats that be single, them dudes that be single. I know, let an old lady from Throw Mama from the train that's at Jehovah's Witness ring that doorbell and knock on that door. He gonna try to fuck. He don't give a damn. She in the early thousands. She coming to the door like, excuse me, my name is Sister Elvira. I'm from the McMichael's Church. I just want to come and give you a few scriptures. He gonna be like, he gonna wait till we look outside. He gonna be like, come on in here, Sister Saint Soldiers. Come on in, come on in. Dick hard in the motherfucker. It's like the movie 300 sword, just sticking out, no homo. Just he talking about, do you want me to sell some scriptures to you? He's like, nah, just bend that ass over. I'm gonna give you some I ain't had no pussy in 3 weeks scriptures over. Bend that ass over, thank you. It's rough out here. I pray this epidemic goes away. I'm praying every day. I'm praying.
Is that you, Kev?
Yeah, that's me.
Right.
That's me.
Kevy Kev, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Support everybody. Thank you very much.
And now we're going to go to James. That's Jen, not James. Hi, Jen.
Hi.
There's James. James Mack is in New York, New York. How's it going, James?
Going pretty good. How are you?
Going good as well, thanks. Did you have any questions, comments, or concerns before we get you started?
No, I have nothing. You've already said that this can be rated R, so I'm going to let it roll.
Right on. Well, your 5 minutes start now.
All right, awesome. So, yes, like she said, I do live up in New York City, but as you can tell from my accent, I'm not from up here. I'm originally from Texas. And not only am I from the South, but so were my parents. My dad's from Louisiana. My mom's from Arkansas, which means I was conceived during Hee-Haw and delivered by Jeff Foxworthy. So it's fine. Now, when I told my mom I was moving up to New York City, she got worried, and she was like, oh, my God, James, something horrible is going to happen to you. You're going to get mugged or raped or even worse, lose your accent. So, yeah, only one of those have happened, and I still don't consider it rape because I bought the tequila for both of us. So it's fine. Yeah. Now, I come from a good Irish Catholic family. There were 8 of us kids. Which basically tells you something about my parents is that they didn't believe in things like condoms or hobbies.
This is the last round, so we decide we're going to go to the next.
And the other thing about that is not only am I from the South, but I'm also a veteran. I did 15 years in the Army as a paratrooper. So if you clap for that, I'm glad to know that brainwashing still works. So thank you. But 10 years of that was in combat, so no quick movements to the sides and we'll all be all right. So, yeah. Now, sometimes people will tell me thanks for your service when they find out I'm a veteran, and tonight I want to say thank you. Because for 15 years, y'all paid for my housing and food, for my alcoholism. Shittiest vacation ever. So, most companies send you to Disneyland and Lake Tahoe. I got Iraq and Afghanistan. So, and if you don't know where those places are, it's because you went to public school. So, yeah. Now, like I said, I did 10 years in combat, and after you do that long, eventually they send you to the psychiatrist. Notice I didn't say they asked you to go. And when I went in there, they asked me if I knew I was there. I was like, yeah, it's for PTSD. They were like, well, James, do you know what that stands for? I was like, well, based on what the cops were yelling, it stands for put the fucking shotgun down. Which I didn't understand it because I wasn't even doing my Kurt Cobain impression. So, for those that don't remember, Kurt Cobain blew the top off of 90s rock. It's all right. But the next thing they asked me is if I knew the difference between being sad or depressed, because that's what most veterans have to deal with. And I can tell you for your safety, don't answer that with the only difference is the color of the bathwater when the paramedics show up. So,
damn.
Then the next thing she wanted to know about is my sex life, and I was like, damn, Doc, you got a couch. Let's go. But I told her I like to coat myself when I masturbate, because I'm white. And she was like, aren't you worried that one of the times while you're doing that, you may accidentally kill yourself? And I was like, well, if I do, it's just another notch on my belt. So,
Man.
I know a lot of people hear about the fact that I was in the military. They're like, oh, like, that must have been, like, some real alpha male shit, like, everybody's like all testosterone up, and you'd be correct, but there's a lot of homosexual shit that happens in the barracks in the Army. And one of the things that I always have fun telling people about is a game called Gay Chicken. And that's where one dude gets on his knees with his mouth open, and the other dude pulls his dick out, and they walk towards each other and see who's going to flinch first. And I had a buddy of mine that was the best at this. The dude was like the Tom Brady of Gay Chicken. He never fucking lost. And I ran into him again at a reunion not that long ago, and I finally had to ask him. I was like, dude, how the fuck did you never lose at Gay Chicken? He's like, I love dick. Now, as you can see, got it. So, yeah, as you can see, like, I'm a little chubby. I'm not fat. But, ladies, I got to tell you, like, us chubby dudes have a purpose in life, too. Because if you don't have a gay friend, we're the one you won't fuck on Friday night. So, all right, thank you. My name's James Mack.
James Mack. Thank you very much, James.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go to the last comic in round 2. That's James. Clearly, it's not him. It is Jen Snyder. Hey, Jen, how's it going?
What's up? How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for asking. Do you have any questions or comments before I start your time?
No, I just want to thank all my friends for watching, and I love y'all, and thanks for putting this on. This is really cool, Ken.
No problem. All right, Jen, your 5 minutes start now.
What's going on? You know the reason for COVID-19 is Carol fucking Baskins, okay? Let's add up the facts. Carol Baskins was 19 when she met her husband. COVID-19. 19 is the age of the men I like to fuck. Carol Baskin is responsible for COVID-19. That is the facts. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just here smoking weed out of the skulls of my enemies. What are you gonna do, cops? Come get me. Come and get me. I'm just kidding, y'all. It's hard out here. We all just trying to live. We all just trying to survive. Am I right? I drink more than I ever drank before. This shit is upsetting. I can't imagine what it's like. I'm trapped here with my parents, whom I love, and that's awesome. I can't imagine what it's like to be trapped with children right now. How are y'all doing? Y'all okay? What are y'all doing with them? Are you just throwing them in the dryer with an iPad, telling them it's virtual reality? That's a good idea. You should do that. Just leave their little ass 90 minutes. Don't put the heat on. Just the light fluff air. They're gonna think you're the best parent in the world. I mean, I'm just saying. I don't know how y'all are doing it. I'm probably bugging the shit out of my parents. I'm pretty sure they're gonna lock up my door one day and just leave me there to quarantine by myself in my room, y'all. Oh man. Like, straight people, now is the time. I bet y'all wish y'all could just leave a baby in the car. Am I right? That's terrible. That's terrible. I shouldn't have said that. I mean, I know straight. It's ugly to say that straight people are the only people that do that. But look here, y'all are the only people that do that shit. Y'all don't never ever see a gay person on the news talking about they left their baby in the car, do you? Nope. Y'all never see that shit. You know why? Because we don't leave our babies in the car. Okay, that don't never happen. Because our babies are expensive. You don't leave $10,000 unattended in the fucking car, okay? So you'll never see a gay person on the news talking about they left their baby in the car. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's right to leave babies in cars. I'm just saying, how come y'all always do it when it's hot? Is what I'm saying. How come nobody ever leaves a baby in a cold-ass car? You never hear about a baby freezing in a fucking car. Only in the summer do straight people leave babies in cars. And look, that's ugly, and I don't want to make people upset because that's not my job. My job is to make you happy. So let me rewrite that joke. In the summertime, I get very worried about these hot temperatures. I get worried about leaving my bong in the car unattended in these hot temperatures. Is what really it is. And so I like to take something important and put it back there with my bong so I don't leave it in the car. Like someone else's baby, you guys. They hold it so tightly with their little tiny baby hands. And it's so secure. They hold it the whole way there. It's really, I really just, anyways, I love y'all. Y'all doing okay? Much like Randall was talking about, I have met somebody in COVID, y'all. I have found some COVID attention. It is very nice. Only thing about this girl, y'all, she is smoking hot, but she runs. Y'all, I can't support that shit. I can't support running. Running is half of the fight or flight response. It's half of what we do when we're terrified, and somebody came along and was like, let's do this for fun. Y'all, I wouldn't run right now if chased, okay? If one of y'all came to my house with a knife, I would be like, quit playing. Put down. We're not doing that today. Okay? I'm not running for nothing. If you came to my house with a gun and you were like, bitch, I'm going to shoot you, I'd be like, you better shoot me in the face right now. Because I ain't fucking running, okay? I'd be damned if I get in heaven out of breath, can't tell God what your ass just did. I'm going to stroll right in there with all my faculties talking about, yes, Jesus, he had on a white hoodie and a red hat. Get him. And people that run always say the same shit, too. They always say the same dumb shit. They're like, have you ever had a runner's high? It's amazing. And I'm like, have you ever gotten regular high? Because you're overcomplicating that shit. Okay? Too many steps in what you're doing. Like, runner's high is described like this, too. It's like, you'll be running, and you hit a point where you just feel like you could run forever. Ugh. That sounds awful. Nobody want to do that shit. You never hear that with any other mundane shit. You never heard anybody at the grocery store talking about, man, yeah. Whew, last night, man, I had dishwashers high. I washed every dish in my damn house, man. Matter of fact, when I got done, I went to my neighbor's house and washed all his dishes. Matter of fact, you got some dishes on you right now? Dishes. Listen, y'all, I've had a good time entertaining y'all. I hope y'all have enjoyed me. I just want to remind y'all of one thing in these terrible COVID times. Listen. A regular blanket can become a weighted blanket if you just scream your existential dread into it. I love y'all so much. Have a great night. Please vote for me.
All right, Jen Snyder, everybody. It is time. I'm glad I'm not voting. Doggone. Y'all gonna have some tough decisions to make. Alright, just as before, links are in the comments, links are in the description of the video. And there is a URL underneath this beautiful QR code. Let's see. I'm waiting to make sure that my voting link turns on. There we go. Alright guys, voting is live now. You got 5 minutes. Here we go. right, guys, we're back. That's right, live stand-up comedy from the comfort of your car. It's like a drive-in movie. You park your car in a space facing the stage. You tune your car stereo in to 95.7 to hear us loud and clear. In accordance with the governor's guidelines, please do not leave your vehicle. Showtimes are at 8 and 9:30 p.m. and run for about 45 minutes. The cost is only $20 per carload. Spaces are limited. Get yours at shenaniganshsv.square.site. Please bring your own refreshments and use the bathroom before you get here. This weekend features some fantastic local comics. Brent Reed, Carl Paul, Boudreaux, Sam Murphy, and is hosted by me, Kimberly Wilson. This is an outdoor event, however, as long as it's not storming, the show will go on. If weather is questionable, please check our Facebook page for updates. We hope to see you soon. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We have a winner from round 2, and I'll tell you who that is in a minute. But check out this slide that's in front of you now. These are the winners from the past 7 episodes. That question mark will be determined in about the next 10 minutes. But these are some fantastic, hilarious, awesome people that will be competing on Thursday night's finale show for bragging rights and $100. So we hope that you will tune back in and be a part of deciding who gets that money and that right. All right, so we have a winner. I need drum rolls. And the winner is Jen Snyder, everybody. Yay, Jen Snyder. And of course, we have our winner from round 1, which was Zach Kedrick. For the final round, these 2 comics will do an additional 3-minute set. And Zach will go first, Jim will go second. Then it will be up to you to determine which one of them earned your vote. So right now, we're going to go to Zach Kedrick. That's Jen. Hang on. Hi, Jen.
Hi, babe.
All right, Zach Kedrick. How's it going, buddy? Welcome back.
Good.
All right, Zach, you got 3 minutes. Any questions?
No questions.
Comments? Concerns?
Yep, we're good.
All right, buddy. Your 3 minutes start now.
So I just turned 30, and like it's weird because I still get carded, you know? Like I went to the gas station today to buy some dip, and he says, hey, buddy, can you show me your ID? And I said, hey, buddy, can I show you my hairline? Because I'm old enough to buy dip, you know? The girl behind me, she thought it was funny. She told me to come over after. And I'm socially awkward. I didn't know what to say. So I said, hey, you're too pretty to smoke. And she said, hey, you're too ugly to talk to me. And then she walked away. I was like, what the fuck? You just said come over. She said, no. I said comb over. I was like, hair. So after that, I went to my grandma's to, try to get her to cheer me up. And she was like super into this movie. And she said, you see that guy right there? His brother was killed. Now he's on his way to get revenge. I was like, Nana, what the fuck? This is Boys in the Hood. Like, what are you doing watching? It doesn't make sense. But now my grandma's super cool. She tries to keep up with the times, you know. She's actually going to help me cosplay for this Comic-Con event. Yeah, it's cool. And she asked me what I want to be. I said, a Transformer. She says, honey, I think you're going to piss a lot of people off if you try to dress like a trans person. And I was like, Nana, no, that's not what I was trying to do. I said, you know what, fine. I didn't want to explain it to her. I said, I'll be one of the X-Men. And she says, honey, I just said that's not a good idea. Grandma's really cool, but she does things that irritate me. Like she pronounces the word meme as meme. Yeah. She refuses to say it any other way. She says, look, that's how it looks like it's pronounced, so that's how I'm pronouncing it. I said, Nana, just because it looks like it's pronounced, you're pronouncing it that way? that is the epitome of stupidity right there. Yeah, she thought I was being fastidious, but I mean, that was honestly, that's just common canal ledge. You know what I'm saying? You don't get that joke, and that just shows you how your education system is. It's really flourishing or flourishing. Okay, that's my time. Thank you very much.
All right, Zach Kedrick, everybody. Woo whoop. And now we go to finalist number 2, Jen Snyder. Welcome back, Jen. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you for all my friends and family that voted. I love y'all so much.
All right, well, you got 3 more minutes, and they start now.
Okay, so look here, y'all. I read the other day that they're trying to make an Anne Frank musical. Okay, that's not going to play in this environment right now. Like, first of all, gay people are not going to help you with that shit. Secondly, how are you going to make an Anne Frank musical? You're not going to be able to do that. What are the song numbers going to be? Where in the... Excuse me. That's not going to be a good musical, you guys. Nobody's going to want to watch that musical. Listen, I hate lofty ambitions. I hate people that want to do shit that I think is just silly. Like, I hate people that want to climb Mount Everest. I think that's the dumbest ambition there ever was. It costs $90,000 to climb Mount Everest, y'all. Do you know how much helping people we can do? And not, all right, look. Do you know how much hookers and cocaine and Disneyland $90,000 will buy, y'all? If you want a life-changing experience, bitch, give me $90,000 right now. I will make you a different person. We won't take pictures, but you will have been changed, okay? Like, 2, y'all, God don't even want us up on that mountain. And you're looking at me like, how's your butch ass know what God wants? Well, I'll tell you, he didn't put any air there for us. Boom, we're done. Anywhere God didn't provide air, he didn't make a way for your ass. He had no intention of you being up there, okay? I hope every person that's ever scuba diving and gets eaten by a whale or a shark gets to heaven and God's just like, well, yeah. What did you expect? Did the thing that eats you have fins and gills and go through the water real fast? Did you have any of those things? Matter of fact, how'd you get down there? I didn't even put no air down there for you. What's that? You bottled your own air? Oh, yeah, you sit your arrogant ass down and wait for the apocalypse, you son of a bitch. But y'all, listen, this is the number one reason why you should never, ever want to climb Mount Everest, okay? Guess what happens if you're climbing Mount Everest and you die? You stay there. Bitch, you're a trail marker now. Big dreams. And there's a guy, you guys, you can look him up. He's got a Wikipedia page and everything. His name is Green Boots. Because when you die doing something dumb as hell, you're just known by your most flamboyant piece of clothing. I would be butch, lesbian, ball cap. You get it. But they use him, y'all, to give directions. Just some asshole at the bottom of the mountain talking about, all right, look here, yeah, you're going to go up this north-facing slope, okay? When you hit Green Boots, you're going to hang a right, okay? Not a sharp right. You don't want to do what Green Boots did, okay? And, y'all, here's the thing that upsets me about Green Boots. Y'all, at one time Green Boots had big dreams. At one time Green Boots was in a ski shop like, bitch, look at this. Everybody else at the top of the mountain is going to be like, white boot, white boot, white boot. And I'm going to be like, bam, Green Boots, bitch. And now he's a trail marker. Don't do that shit, y'all. That's my time. Thank you.
All right, Jen Snyder, everybody. The time has come for you to determine tonight's winner. Please go. All right, once again, guys, there is a QR code right there. There's a URL underneath it. The links are in the comments. The links are in the description. 5 minutes to vote start now. Well done, guys. Both of you had me hurting.
I see the headband. I know you're
All
spiritual,
right,
right?
ladies and gentlemen, you hear the banter behind me. They won't hush. They're so excited and so glad to have been able to entertain all of you. But before we announce the winner, I wanted to make you aware of these beautiful, amazing, fashion-forward Shenanigans Comedy Theater t-shirts that we do have available for sale on the shenaniganshsv.square.site. And I can guarantee you they will be COVID-free. And if you want, I'll even spray them down with Lysol before I stick them in the envelope to mail to your house. You don't have to touch me. All right. With all of that being said, we have a winner. Woo! Comics in the background. I need a drum roll, comics. And the winner of tonight's show, winning $25 and coming back on Thursday to compete for the $100 prize is Jen Snyder, everybody. Jen Snyder. And there
Thanks,
she
Zach.
is.
You're amazing.
Jen, you are back live and in frame. Do you have anything you want to say to your people that voted for you?
Yeah, hey, thank you guys so much. I love all your support. I appreciate y'all so much. I would like to go ahead and donate my prize money to Shenanigans. Can you send me a shirt instead?
Heck yeah, man. Thanks, Jen.
Yeah,
That's super
absolutely.
sweet.
Anything I can do to support local clubs. I appreciate you putting on this competition. Yeah, I just want a shirt so I can support you some more. So thanks, Kimberly. I really appreciate it. This was so much fun. I can't wait to come back.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And that'll do it, guys, for our contest tonight. Like I said, Thursday night's going to be a banger, so you want to make sure you show up. Same place at 8 o'clock Central Time. And once again, Jen was super sweet to donate to us. If you have $1 or $2 and you can throw it our way, we sure would appreciate it. All of that information on how to support us is in the comments as well as in the link, the description to the video. Playbacks are also available on our YouTube channel, Shenanigans Comedy Theater YouTube channel. We'd love it if you go over there, like and subscribe what we've got going on there as well. And with all that being said, that's our show for tonight. Thank you guys so much for watching and have a fantastic rest of your evening.